Coming up on Mountain News this morning, students, teachers, and community members take to Tennessee's capital to rally against gun violence and demand changes to be made to avoid future tragedies. And an extensive search for an Indiana man continues here in Kentucky, with heavy rain making it harder for rescue crews to look for signs of him.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Chas Gayhart. It is 6:32 on Tuesday, April 4th. Let's go back over and check in with Brandon.
Well, the forecast this morning, a fairly mild start to the day compared to yesterday, but thankfully no rain so far. I didn't see any fog this morning, did you?
I didn't.
Okay.
It was not a bad drive at all.
So there you go. And again, the closer I got to Hazard, the warmer it got.
Yeah.
So that was a good thing too as well this morning. But maybe a few clouds out there for you all traveling across the region this morning. Let's take a look at Buffalo Mountain, speaking of Perry County, and you can see a little bit of light starting to come into the sky there with the cloud cover. I don't know how much of it's going to reach through today. 57 up there and at the airport, 58 Jackson, Prestonsburg, back to 60 in Irvin as that warm air tries to surge in. We went from 44 to 47 over at Grundy. That's still our cold spot, and just a couple of 40s left. Clintwood and Grundy, I'd say Clintwood will be in the low 50s there before too long, getting back close to 60 there. Harlan, London, Somerset, and Moorhead this morning. And again, it's just a mild start to this day. It's April, and we're going to feel a little more like summer this afternoon. Temperatures mid to upper 50s this morning, climbing quickly as we go through the daytime hours. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds, but again, we're talking about the possibility for some stronger storms as early as tomorrow night. I'll break that down for you here in just a few minutes. Chas?
Thanks, Brandon. Well, students, teachers, and community members rallied outside Tennessee State Capitol building on Monday, 1 week after a deadly shooting at the city's Covenant School. Footage captured by Kate Sayer shows demonstrators carrying signs and chanting, "Choose kids, not guns." The rally was initiated by March for Our Lives. The group is a youth-led organization started by the high school students who survived the Parkland, Florida school shooting in 2018. Since then, they have hosted protests throughout the country and have become a national organization with more than 100 chapters. Staying in Tennessee, the manhunt for Roy McGrath ended with a deadly encounter with authorities in the state. Maryland Governor Larry Hogan's former chief of staff died Monday after a confrontation with the FBI in Knoxville. An attorney for McGrath's wife confirmed he died at a local hospital. No details have been given as to what exactly happened, but the FBI referred to the confrontation as a shooting incident. McGrath was taken into custody Monday after a nationwide hunt. He faced charges in relation to an alleged scheme to fleece the state of Maryland out of more than $276,000. He pleaded not guilty and was released on bond. An extensive search operation is underway along the Kentucky River. Rescue crews are searching for an Indiana man along the river in southern Jessamine County. Monday marked the third day rescue crews have been looking for the man. Up to this point, not much has been said about the circumstances of what took place that led to the man being reported as missing.
Don't exactly know the circumstances exactly at this time. It's still a missing persons case up till now.
All the rain that area has received in the last few days has made the challenge to find the man even more daunting, since the river is higher than usual and moving very swiftly. Police have made an arrest in a drug case that has been ongoing since mid-February. On Friday, officers with the Laurel County Drug Interdiction Task Force served a search warrant at a home in Keavy. 65-year-old Arnie Lewis of Keavy was arrested and taken to the Laurel County Correctional Center. Officials say they found around 7 ounces of meth and around $9,400 in cash. He is currently charged with trafficking in a controlled substance, but was previously convicted on a federal charge of distribution of cocaine. Staying in Laurel County, one man is facing charges after police say he used a device meant for cows on 2 children. On Friday, deputies responded to a home on Littenden Road a bit after 10 a.m. to arrest a man living there on active warrants. During an earlier investigation, police discovered the suspect in the case, 32-year-old Anthony Jones of East Bernstadt, was accused of using an electric cattle prod on 2 children to discipline them. Deputies say they believe it happened multiple times. He is facing several counts of criminal abuse and was taken to the Laurel County Correctional Center. A group in Hazard is hoping to help survivors of sexual assault answer the question, why now, when it comes to telling their stories. The Rising Center is spreading awareness for sexual assault to help survivors during Sexual Assault Awareness Month. WYMT's RJ Johnson has more.
Every 68 seconds, an American is sexually assaulted. This is why the Rising Center is spreading awareness for those survivors.
We're trying to let the survivors know that we are here, because a lot of the survivors, a lot of the things that are going reported, that the reports that we get aren't even half of what is actually really happening.
As an organization, officials with the Rising Center help spread awareness to not only prevent it from happening, but to offer support for victims. The Rising Center Community Outreach Coordinator, Dylan Mosley, says the time to get involved is now.
Come be a part of the movement, because to create change, it starts today, and we have to get everyone involved.
For volunteer coordinator Sheila Spencer, she says she wants people to know that it is okay to talk about their experiences.
What we try to do with these events, not only to make the community more aware, but we also like to let the survivors know that we're here if they are ever needing us, and that it's okay to speak out and it's okay to talk about it.
Spreading awareness all month long by encouraging people to honk their horn in support. The organization hopes to educate and help those that need it. In Hazard, RJ Johnson, WYMT Mountain News.
To find out how to get involved with the Rising Center and how you can support survivors of sexual assault, you can contact its Facebook page. And yesterday, the Foundation for a Healthy Kentucky launched a campaign in an effort to encourage Kentuckians to focus on their health due to effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. Ben Chandler, President and CEO of the Foundation for a Healthy Kentucky, says the campaign is called Raise Your Guard Kentucky, and one area that those involved are working on is educating students on healthy living.
One of the audiences that is most important to us, if not the most important audience, is our youth. We want to establish good patterns for young people, good patterns in how they live.
Chandler says the partnership between the Foundation for Healthy Kentucky and Cabinet for Health and Family Services is supported by a $1 million grant from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
It is 6:39, almost 6:40. We take you to I-64 in the north, and the camera must be tilted down a little bit because of the wind we've had in the last few days. But you can tell it is warm up there this morning. 59 south-southwest wind at 6 miles per hour right now. Visibility good. Humidity is going up, so it's going to feel very warm this afternoon. It feels like 59 right now, but it's early. Temperatures continue to go up across the region, back to 60 in Irvin. Still in the 40s there in Grundy and Clintwood, but a lot of 50s out there and going up quickly. A lot of folks approaching 60 degrees already this morning around 7 o'clock. So again, we're up to about 82 or maybe even better today. Some southwest winds will be cranking in, mix of sun and clouds, more of one than the other at times, and maybe a stray chance for a passing shower as we head deeper into the day as well. Chas?
Thanks, Brandon, and thank you for joining us. The time is 6:40. Still to come on Mountain News this morning, the Department of Health and Human Services works on several plans to help lower the amount of cancer deaths as the disease remains the second leading cause of death for Americans.